Hello students, welcome to your channel. So today we are going to discuss about the number system. Okay, in a number system, we have certain kind of numbers, different kind of numbers in that, right? So I will quickly recap those numbers. Like first we'll take the natural numbers, right? So I have natural numbers. In the small classes, we know these numbers as counting numbers, right? So in these numbers, for example, these numbers are starting from 1, 2, 3, and it goes up to infinity. It goes up to infinity, and after them, so we have some whole numbers. What whole numbers are when we include 0 to the naturals, right? Natural means 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. When we include 0 in the set of natural numbers, it will become the whole numbers. So after the whole numbers, we have the third category of numbers that are called integers. So integers are containing with the negative numbers, 0 and positive numbers. So the set of integers will be looks like 0, then 1, 2, 3. It goes to infinity, and on the left side it is -1, -2, -3, and it goes to the negative infinity, right? So this is basically a set of integers, right? We can see both the numbers, natural and whole numbers, they are having the common set with the integers, right? And now we have some numbers which are including with all these numbers. So those numbers are called rational numbers, and we also know them as the rationals. Now, why rationals? Because rational numbers are that kind of numbers which are containing with integers, which are containing with whole numbers and natural numbers, all these numbers. For example, if I'll take the definition of rational numbers, it is that rational numbers can be expressed in P over Q form where Q does not equal to 0, right? This is the strictly condition that Q does not equal to 0, and also P comma Q, that P and that Q should be from the set of integers, right? So the set of integer that is denoted with capital I and capital Z. So these are the symbolic forms of integers, right? Now let me take some example of rational numbers, that how rational number looks like. So you can take like 1 by 2, okay, minus 2 by 3, right? Minus 3 by 5. Along with them, any number can be expressed in the rational form. For example, if I'll take about 0, 1, 2. So you can see 0 can be written as 0 over 1, 1 can be written as 1 over 1, 2 can be written as 2 over 1. So there are some numbers, like you can take any number from whole numbers or from natural numbers, and you can express them in the form of P over Q. But what is that number which cannot be shown in P over Q form? That is 1 over 0, 2 over 0, or something over 0. Like, because they are having some infinite forms, so we cannot show them as a rational numbers because they are not defined forms. So as I told you that Q should not be equal to 0, so these forms cannot be shown in the rational numbers, right? So if I will make that set, this is a set, so this is a set of rationals, right? So you can write or you can add the naturals, whole numbers, integers, all these numbers in this set, right? All these numbers you can add in this set because this is the big one which is containing all these sets. Now in the rational numbers, we have some things to do, like about a number line, right? So how to express any rational number on a number line. So let me take some examples of positive rational numbers and negative rational numbers. So let me take some examples. So let's suppose we will take 2 by 7 and I'll taking minus 1 by 2. So first I will show this number on a number line. I'm taking this number 2 by 7 here. Now when you are going to show any rational number on a number line, what is the first thing you have to do? You can see what is this. This is the denominator. This is the denominator of a rational number, right? So you have to focus on that denominator and you have to take that kind of parts of the certain number line. For that, I will take a scale. Okay, now you can see my denominator is 7. Okay, so I'm starting from this point and I will go all the way 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you can see in this, my all that number line is divided into 7 parts. So I will just mark them like this is 1, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 points are there, but there are 7, equal lines. So now you can see if I will make it from here to here. So I am going to take always it 0 and 1. Why 0 and 1? Because 0 can be written as 0 over 7 and 1 can be written as 7 over 7. Okay, again, what is this? This is the denominator. So we have to focus on the denominator properly. Now, if I'm going to start from 0, so what is the next number to 0? That is 1 by 7, then 2 by 7, then I have 3 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7, 6 by 7, and 7 by 7 you have already on the screen, right? So what number you have to show? You have to show 2 by 7. So here you have 2 by 7 and you can put a rectangle or a circle on it. Okay, so this is the way to show any positive number on a number line. But what about the negative number? So for that again I'm going to draw my number line. Okay, so this time you can see this time I have 2 in the denominator, right? I'm going to take a number line which are having 2 equal parts. Okay, so let me take a number line again. So this is my number line of 2 equal parts, right? So okay, this is 1, 2, and I have 3 points. So again, I have to start from 0 and I'll using that 1. But how? From the other side. Because my negative numbers will always on the left side of the 0. So there will be negative number and there should be 0. So I'm going to take 0 here. And again, I'm going to take 1 here, but this time a negative 1. Okay. So this time I'm taking negative 1 and you can see here I have one more point. So 0 can be written as 0 over 2 and 1 can be written as, you know, minus 2 by 2. So what is this? This is 1 by 2 of negative because it is on the left side of 0 over 2. So you can also show this like that. Okay. So this is the representation of negative numbers on a number line, right? So next I have one more topic, that is find the rational number between any two rational numbers or any two numbers. Okay, for that you have very easy formula, that to find a number you have to just take any other number. For example, x1 and x2 are your two rational numbers, and to find a new number there is a you can write x1 plus x2 over 2. That means you have to take the sum of two numbers and you have to divide it with 2, right? Let me take some example of that. For example, 1 by 2 and 2 by 3. I'm taking these two numbers. Okay, there are two methods to do that. So first of all, I'll take the first method. So I have 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3. Okay, 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3. Now you have to add them according to this formula and you have to divide them with 2. So this is basically the fractions. So what you have to do, you will just take the LCM of that 6, and this is 3 plus 4 over 2. so they will be multiplied. So 7 by 12. Okay, so that is a new number. This is a number which is coming between 1 by 2 and 2 by 3. You can see if there will be a number line, so that number will be something here or somewhere here or somewhere here, right? So 7 over 12 is the number which is inside that number. Okay, so basically if I'll take these two rational numbers, so there are infinite numbers between these two rational numbers, so there can be any number you can find out. So the other method is like, so on the other hand, I have 1 by 2 and I have 2 by 3 again. Okay, so if you are studying in 5th or 6th class, so you can follow this method 1 by 2 and 2 by 3, right? So you can see this is 2 and this is 3. I have to make it, like fraction or like rational number. So I can multiply this with 3 by 3 and I will multiply this with 2 by 2. So this will be 3 by 6 and this will be 4 by 6. Now you can see in 3 by 6 and 4 by 6 there is nothing in between them, you can see. So if I am going to multiply them further with the 10 by 10 and 10 by 10, you will get 30 over 60 and you will get here 40 over 60. So in between 30 over 60, 40 over 60, right? There are too many numbers. You can take 31 over 60, 32 over 60, right? 33 over 60, and you will go up to 39 over 60. If you want more numbers, you can increase the number of zeros here, like 100. So here you have more zeros, and there you have more numbers. Like this is 600, 600, right? Then 301, 600, 302. So there are too many numbers. You can find out, right? Next is the decimal representation of rational numbers. So you know that rational numbers are written as or n form, or that is in p over q form or a over b form. You can take any of the variable for that. So these all numbers in the decimal form or decimal representation. For that I will take one example of 7 by 8. So how to do that? With the help of a long division method, that is specially for the small children's, like 5 or 6 class. Okay, so what you have to do, you know that this is the smaller one. Okay, so we are going to put 0 point and 1 0 here. So I'm taking 8 times 8 is 64. So you can see there is 6. So now I can take 0. So you can see again there is 4, right? So then I have 5. So 40. So you can see my answer is 0.875. So this is the proper answer. So what is 7 over 8? That is 0.875. This is the simple way to do the long division, right? But if you want to do it directly by the cutting method, you can write 8 on the 8. So there is 0 point. So if I'll take 0, so this is 70 again. So I'm taking 8 here. So 8 is 64. So from 70, if you will subtract 64, what is left? You will left with 6, right? So 6, 0, again 60, right? So then you have to do with 7. So 60, that is 56, again 60 minus 56, you have 4. So then you have 4, 40, okay? So that is 8 5s are 40. So again you are getting 0.875, or you can also leave that decimal number to the one place or two place. So in the next videos I will also cover some topics from number systems. Enjoy your day. I'll see you in next video. Bye bye.